Computer Upgrade King's P950 15-inch portable gaming laptop, virtual reality ready, running the brand new Coffee Lake Intel processor and the Nvidia GTX 1070 Max-Q, giving you a portable, lightweight, but still stealthy and fully capable gaming laptop. Let's go ahead and put it through the tests and have a closer look. Hello and welcome. Today I have three laptops, but really the one that I want to showcase today is the Computer Upgrade King's 15-inch portable mini gaming laptop. And I want to show you all three just to kind of see the evolution as well as kind of what you're shopping for, because there are so many different models on the market right now, and the line between phone, laptop, tablet is really, that line is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So your choices are becoming closer and closer and closer, but it's still a significant price tag. All these computers are going to run you over $1,000 with the current specs. So you want to make sure you're making the right decision. Now, you might notice we have two 17 inches and a 15 inch, so this comparison is a little different, but these two are running the same brand new Intel Coffee Lake, the one that will boost up to 4.1 gigahertz Hexa cores, and they're both rocking a GTX 1070. Both have 120 hertz, 3 millisecond displays, but one is 17 inches versus 15 inches. And as you can see here, this one is actually much thinner than this one because the GTX in here is a little smaller, as well as the monitor as well. And then this is my current gaming laptop. I've had this for 2 years now, and now these two are MSIs. This is Computer Upgrade King's. This on the MSI is the GT series. In the GT series, this is one of the bigger laptops they make, so it's really more of a desktop replacement. You know, in this one you can put 4 hard drives. This one you can only put like 3. This one you can only put 2. You could fit the 1080 in one of these, or you can only fit up to like a 1070 in one of these. You have to go to the GT to get the highest performing stuff, because you need that additional cooling and that additional space. But I gotta tell you that this thing is bulky, and I do need a special backpack just for this to fit in it. And you know, upgrading to something like this is a huge benefit as far as portability, stealthiness, weight. Weight-wise, the Computer Upgrade King's 15-inch, 4 pounds, almost 15 ounces with 2 hard drives. Now the MSI Raider, 6 pounds, 8 ounces with 2 hard drives, a little heavier with that bigger screen. Power supply is 1 pound, 11 ounces for the MSI, and the Computer Upgrade King's smaller power supply, 14.3 ounces. So let's have a closer look at this 15-inch portable gaming laptop. It does have the LEDs on the back. It kind of reminds me of an airplane or like a jet fighter. Really cool. 120 hertz, 3 millisecond response time, 15-inch screen. Really beautiful. Power button in the top center there. Speakers at the top as well. Touchpad is great. No complaints with that. Hinges are very solid as well. On the right side here, one USB SIM card holder, SD card holder, trick little network slot, microphone and headphone jack. Here's the bottom of the laptop. The laptop's mostly metal. You got these little rubbers at the top there and at the bottom and then near the back, but the majority of it is all metal. On the other ports, you have HDMI and 2 mini display ports, 2 USB Type-Cs and 2 USB 3s. So a ton of additional outputs. So it looks like you can run 3 monitors on here. On the front of the laptop, you get 4 indicator lights, airplane mode, disk, power, and working. On the back there, you have massive ventilation. Here's the difference between the 2 power supplies. On the top is the CUK, on the bottom was the MSI. And then the MSI, again, is just a much bigger power supply because it needs more power. Here's a little bit of the interface. Instead of the gaming center like MSI has, they have their own little control panel. And then here I'm doing some gaming here. This is not streaming, to show you that you can get over 200 frames per second on everything on high on Counter-Strike. It looks beautiful. Love the 120 hertz. Really goes with a great gaming experience. Here I am streaming, and as you see, I'm not getting as high of frames, but I'm streaming this live at 1080p on network connection, but same laptop on performance. And I did that for 2 hours. I did a stream for like an hour and a half, and just to show you the temps, the CPU never went over 80% load. The temps never went over 205. I never got any kind of throttling. I do have to say that the fan noise is very high on this machine, as well as it gets very hot in the upper left corner and in the upper part of the keyboard area because that's where the processor and the GPU is. And because it's so thin and because it's made out of metal, it really does heat up. But that's just hot to the touch. The actual computer itself does not throttle at all. After heavy gaming, I'm yet to find it to throttle. Multi-hours and streaming, no throttling. CPU's barely at 80% max use. GPU, though, you can definitely max this out. It does have the 1070 Q max on here, so it is 200 megahertz slower than the full 1070 mobile, but it allows for this really thin design, which is really nice. So here you see in the Afterburn program, I wasn't overclocking at all, but I have to say the performance was good. The only dips that you're seeing in the performance are when I left the menu or I left the screen. Everything else, it was consistent, nothing out of the norm. So pretty impressive that such a small laptop is able to produce such high performance. As far as fan noise, I have to say the MSI is a little louder than this one, and that's because of the 1070 mobile versus the 1070 Max Q. This 1070 Max Q was also designed so that it had lower fan noise as well, but it's still going to be loud if you're gaming. If you're not gaming, the fan is not always on and it's much quieter. Fortnite, I'm getting right around 100, 120 frames on everything Epic. Not streaming. When I stream, I get about a 10 frame per second drop. But even when you downscale to high or medium, you still get, similar results, just slightly over 100. It's not until you go to low when you start seeing some big jumps in the frame rate. But it looks great. It runs great. Played for hours. Not a hiccup at all on Epic settings. And then lastly, here you can hear the fan noise and then the test here. That was me opening and closing the door, but other than that, you saw Resident Evil. I've done a previous video. Look at my channel if you want to see the MSI same test, so you can compare the two laptops and how they work. Here we are again. On the left, you have this 15-inch computer, and then on the far right, you have the Raider. And here you go, just side-by-side comparisons. You can go ultra portable these days, like you see on the left. You can go big, desktop style laptops in the middle, or you can go for kind of the middle of the road on the right there. I really think that's how you would categorize these laptops. It's great to save a little money not going with a name brand and not paying for the marketing. Here's the final specs on it. You're getting a lot for your money. Brand new Intel processor, 1070. If you Google this type of configuration, you're going to see things at much higher prices. So it's a great way to just get performance and not pay for all the marketing and all the extra hoo-ha. Love the computer. My only downside is it does get really hot, but the way I have it set up for when I'm gaming, I have an external mouse, external keyboard, so it's not really a big deal, and I didn't actually have any throttling. With all that said, I definitely think it's a cool budget computer. The only thing you're missing out here is some of the marketing and some of the add-on software and buttons that you get with some of the name brands, but other than that, what's inside is fairly standard. So you guys can make the decision. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.